What's up, everybody? Or should I rather say, what's up, anybody? Anybody there? Looks like not yet. Looks like not yet. Looking forward to talking to you folks. Hoping that get some of you to join. I think this will be a nice topic, and I'm looking forward to getting input from all of you awesome, intelligent people. Today, I'd like to talk about prepping. So, that is a large topic. All right. Anybody there? So, prepping. Definitely something that I think everybody should consider. Definitely something that I think everybody does, whether they realize it or not. I have a video discussing this, I believe, talking about the spectrum of self-reliance, the prepping spectrum, the prepper spectrum, if you will. And I think that we're all preppers in one way or another. And that's why I think, for those of you who call yourselves preppers, self-proclaimed preppers, this might be helpful. For those of you who are not self-proclaimed preppers, this might be helpful as well, because maybe you will, one or two things, you will admit that you're a prepper in one way or another, and or you will learn a thing or two. So I hope that you do learn. Hope you learn. I'm just hanging out. Just gonna have some chocolate mousse. Don't mind me. Yum yum yum. Chocolate mousse. That is I want to say homemade. That is house-made chocolate mousse. We own a restaurant, so that is something that we made here, and I think it's quite good, if I must say. So, just hanging out. Waiting for some of you folks to jump on. I am new to this. This is only my second live stream. I think I read and or heard somewhere that even if nobody's here, maybe, I should be treating this like a video, because once it's posted, if you will, afterwards, then I should try to treat it like a video. Try to keep you interested, keep you engaged, keep you focused. Hyacinth Super Vlogs, thank you so much. Welcome. Hello. hello. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for that like. Thank you for stopping by. You are awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. How are you, Hyacinth? How was your day today? I hope you're well. So yeah, with or without people in the chat, I've read and or heard that I should treat it like a regular video, so that when it's posted later, it's perhaps more entertaining than me just eating chocolate mousse, which might be entertaining because chocolate mousse is awesome. Just saying. Well, it might not be entertaining, but at the very least, you might get the idea to eat something awesome like chocolate mousse. Just saying. I really love chocolate, so hanging out. Hyacinth Super Vlogs. I am fine, just a bit busy because I am a mom. All right. Okay. Well, I understand that. My wife and I, we have 2 sons, and it is very busy all the time. But children are blessings from God, and I'm just so happy that we have our 2 boys, that we have 2 sons. And I will say it is a lot. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of focus, a lot of attention to raise children, more so to raise children well, or at least to try to raise children, because raising children, I feel like that's a learning curve. No matter how long people have been parents, you will always learn if you have children as you go. That's my opinion. Dibin, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Dibin? The debate was awesome. Pardon my ignorance or my lack of awareness, Dibin. What debate are you talking about? Is this a political debate, perhaps? I'm making you a moderator, Dibin. Thank you for stopping by. Hyacinth Super Vlogs is a great channel, by the way. Show support, folks. Show support. Show support. That would be awesome to show each other support. And let me see. Something came up on my screen I wanted to get rid of. Sister Winnie. Welcome, Sister Winnie. Another great channel. Connect to Sister Winnie. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, hello. Divin, great channel. Show support. Stop by. Connect. This is all about connecting too. We're gonna have a good time, hopefully, and chat and learn and get into the topic in just a moment. I've already got 4 of you folks here, so I'm about to jump into it. The Republican debate. Well, interesting. I wonder how that went. I don't follow politics that much because, respectfully, no offense to anybody, but I keep it real. Politics are pretty much garbage, in my opinion. I'm more about philosophies. I believe that both sides of the political spectrum do not have our best interest. I believe one side of the political spectrum, I won't say which one, but you folks might know, is essentially like communists, a bunch of communists. And the other side of the political spectrum is like communism light. So on one side, you've got communism, and the other side, you've got communism light or communism slower. So I don't want to subscribe to either political side. However, if you folks get to know me, you will see, let's just say I love freedom. And I think there is one party that supports freedom maybe more than the other party. You don't have to tell me. That's awesome. What are you eating? Well, what are you eating? Just finished my lunch. I'm eating chocolate mousse. Some what I consider awesome chocolate mousse that I made. That's good. That's good. You don't have to tell me, Dibin. So, Dibin, you brought it up, and I believe in open discussions. What do you think was awesome about the debate? Yeah, it is good. Just saying. That's what you call house-made or homemade, but I'll call it house-made because we own a restaurant. That's where I am right now. And this was a chocolate mousse that I made in-house. So it's awesome. Chocolate's great. So Dibin, Vay's Place, welcome Vay's Place. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, hello. Another great channel. Connect, show support, folks. You know what's up. This is about connecting. I'm going to make ice cream here. Oh, that sounds good. I like ice cream. The only time I ever made ice cream was, I think, in junior high or high school or whenever that was. It was part of the chemistry class, perhaps. Perhaps learning about aqueous solutions and how salt can change the freezing temperature, boiling temperature, and / boiling temperature. Just rubbing it together in a bag and getting something that resembled more of a custard than an ice cream. But I remember it being awesome, and I would absolutely love to make ice cream. Vay's Place, 3-ingredient ice cream. Let me see. Without an ice cream machine. Wow, that's pretty cool. So Dibin, being that you mentioned it, and again, I'm not into politics myself, but I believe that part of a healthy debate, and I hopefully this channel might be different than other channels, is I'm not going to stifle anyone's speech. I respect everyone's opinions. I truly do. And that's one of the things about me is I really love freedom. And even if I disagree with people, I think it's great to be able to volley an intellectual conversation and try to understand one another, agree to disagree, whatever. But is there anyone you are supporting? Anyone you think performed well in the debate? Let me know your thoughts. You could feel free. I don't want you to feel like just because I'm not into politics, I don't want you to feel like you are not welcome to talk about that here, because you are absolutely welcome. The only time that people will not be welcome to discuss certain topics will be when they are disrespectful to other people. Then essentially there might be a problem there. Um, everyone is welcome to disrespect communism, though, because communism is communism, and people don't understand communism. They should open a history book and get acquainted with how that works out. Just saying. Vay's place. I am disillusioned by all politicians. Well, it's interesting you use the word disillusion because politics, in my opinion, are essentially it's illusory dichotomies that they try to make people think that they have to pick a team or pick a tribe, and they try to make it look like those two sides are inherently in conflict with one another when essentially they're all on the same team. It's us versus them. I'll leave that at that. I don't believe in division. I believe we're all children of God. I believe people should all show one another love and try to be understanding. At the same point, people should have sacred and unyielding beliefs that they're not willing to bend for rather, and whatever. All right. Vay's place, I happen to agree with you. They are all out for filling their own pockets. To heck with the people, for sure. Looks like my chat is doing something. Just did something strange. GU O'Share, hi Holistic. What's up? Have a good day. Ice cream. Wow. Answer weather. Summer here. Thumbs up, guys. Hi, hello. Have a good day. Still here listening. Cleaning house mode. GU O'Share, thank you so much for stopping by, folks. That's an awesome channel. Connect to that channel. Great supporter. Great supporter. Connect, promote. I want you folks to connect. I want you to promote one another's channels, promote your own channels. That's one of the reasons we're here, is to grow together as a team, as a community, and help one another work up that ladder. Let's help one another work up that ladder. And if that means we lean on one another and we can help one another, I think that's what we should be doing. YouTube, if you want to call it a game, is not a selfish game. I'm learning that. Our channel is a small channel. We have big hopes, big dreams, big ambitions, but right now we have a small channel. However, I've been listening, watching, reading, listening to people smarter than myself with experience and people that are successful on this platform, reading stuff, watching stuff, content, reading content, and I'm learning a lot. And I can tell you, it is not a selfish game. You have to show other people support. And it's simple. For me, if I see people are commenting on our channel, I will try to watch and comment back. They're watching. I appreciate that. They're commenting. I appreciate that. And I try to reciprocate. It's really simple. Really simple. That doesn't mean I only show support to people who do not comment on our channel and watch our videos and like and all that. I try to show support to everyone I'm subscribed to. I spend as much time as I can. I start with shorts. I try to work on some show support through watching long form content. Try to comment every video I watch, even if it's a short. I try to comment, try to like. I think that's what we should do, folks. So I appreciate all of you folks showing support. Keto Homestead with Jess. What's up? Hello, 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 folks. Another great channel. Connect. Keto Homestead with Jess. Great channel. Show support, folks. Connect. These are some great people here. Marlon, good night. Good night, everyone. I hope you're well, Marlon. Connect. Awesome. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. That's awesome. So many nice people here. We got 7 people here already. I think, Marlon, you're awesome. Not a content creator, just here to show support. Well, I think that shows a lot about your character, because it's just really nice to show people support. And you're not even doing this to, try to have people show you support as well. You're just showing support, and that's just amazing. That's just amazing. I will check my phone quickly, just to make sure that my wife is saying I love you and good night to me. So I will check my phone for that. And I believe one of our sons left a voice message saying, I'm assuming I love you and good night to me, because he is awesome and he is sweet. And that's great. So I will listen to that awesome message later. And our other son did not leave me a voice message saying I love you and good night to me, because he's 1. So I guess that's acceptable. Vase Place, blessings, Marlon. Very kind of you, Vase Place. Hyacinth, Super Vlog, still here. Awesome. Thank you. We got 7 people. Let's get into the chat. Let's get into the chat. Divin, I hope you are if you're still here. If you're here, feel free to, again, sincerely let me know what's up, what you thought about that debate if you want to talk about it. It is an open chat here. Everyone can chat about whatever they want as long as we're nice to one another. GU O'Share, stand by, only me still here. Thank you so much, GU O'Share. So let's talk prepping, folks. I don't believe in labels because life is more complex than labels. However, I will say I have no problem labeling my wife and I as preppers. Preppers focused on preparedness, emergency preparedness, SHTF scenarios. I think everybody is a prepper, whether they admit it or not. I have a previous video which I recommend checking out talking about the spectrum of self-reliance. Everybody is a prepper, whether they admit it or not. Ryan222 Graft, welcome Ryan. Folks, Ryan has an awesome channel. He's a great supporter. I see him showing support to people on live streams. He's an awesome person, and I recommend connecting to his channel, show him some support. Higgy Homestead, hello. Higgy Homestead says hi. Welcome, Higgy Homestead. Thank you for stopping by. Another great channel. Connect to Higgy Homestead, folks. Definitely a channel that I've seen around and you want to show support to as well. Keto Homestead with Jess, great channel. Base Place, great channel. Becoming a Green Stalker. Hi. New, so lurking a bit. I'm Heidi. Nice to meet all of you. I was going to say I saw Becoming a Green Stalker, and I don't think I was aware or familiar with your channel, but I will definitely connect if I'm not connected. I will definitely make sure. But Becoming a Green Stalker, thank you for stopping by. Folks, you want to check out Becoming a Green Stalker's channel and connect if you'd like to. I think that would be kind. That would be nice. Marlon, mise en place, prepping. Well, mise en place. I'm thinking about the restaurant industry. I've heard that being said. We do own a restaurant. That's where I am. I'm at our restaurant right now. Mise en place. You said prepping. I'm thinking the restaurant industry. I'm thinking of prepping like prepping this food, prepping this chocolate mousse that I made, stuff like that. But prepping is prepping, preparing. Proper planning prevents poor performance. The 5 P's, folks. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Life is about planning. Life is about prepping. Ryan222G Graph, liked and shared, bro. How you doing? I'm great, man. How you doing today? And thank you so much for liking and sharing. That means a lot. Folks, if you are so kind to please like, that's something I'd like you to do. If you would be so kind to share this live chat just to expose our channel to other people that we might not be connected to, that would be super appreciated. We really are a humble, small channel trying to grow, and it means a lot to myself. It means a lot to my wife, and therefore it means a lot to our family. It means a lot to our sons directly and / or indirectly, whether they know it or not. They're young, but I can tell you, to my wife and I, it really does mean a lot when we get the support from you folks, and we really absolutely will reciprocate, and we try to as we can now, and do what we can when we can. Marlon, now that I know, I will be spending a lot of time in your kitchen. Listen, I don't know where you're from, man. Assuming Marlon is a male name, okay? I don't know where you're from, but you're always welcome to this restaurant. As far as our home, you might not be welcome there unless I know you, but I will find a way to feed you. I will find, if you are in Missouri, in Southwest Missouri, I'll find a way to get you some food, Marlon, just because you stopped by this channel to show support during this live chat. I will feed you. I love food, love cooking. Been in the restaurant industry for about 24 years, or working in the food industry for about 24 years, going on 25 years. As an owner, that's been a recent thing. Owner of a restaurant has been recent, but I've a general management and management experience for a decade or more in this industry, so I definitely love food. Ria's Life in Hong Kong, another great channel. Thank you, Ria's Life in Hong Kong, for stopping by. That is so awesome, so awesome. Rodolin, pardon my pronunciation, Rodolin Siobal. Thank you so much. Rodolin Siobal says, hello, I believe I'm recently connected to Rodolin. Please connect to Rodolin, show support. Please connect to Ria's Life in Hong Kong, show support. Blood Dragoon, what's up? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. That's really cool. Blood Dragoon has an awesome channel, great community, great. Blood Dragoon is a great supporter. So please check out his channel, show support, connect, connect, connect. That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, connect, connect. Vase place. Then you need to check my cookbooks. I'm always willing to learn. I only know what I know because I listen to people smarter than myself over the years. I am willing to learn. I'm willing to try different things. Ryan222 Grath, congrats on 642. Thank you, thank you. It's a humble number to some people, but I'm happy with that, and I really would love to get to 1,000 and achieve that monetization. I think that's just been a goal for a while, for however long. Marlon, I am from Jamaica, but I lived on Cape Cod, Massachusetts for 20 years. Wow. Wow. I've never been to Jamaica, but I assume from just hearing people, talking to people, maybe YouTube channel or however many I've watched, that Jamaicans really do have a great island mentality, just a relaxed, happy, chill kind of attitude. And you seem kind of cool, so I could see how that might be true. Massachusetts. All right. Well, we're from New York. Actually, we live in Missouri, but we're from New York. My wife and I are both from New York. I'm born and raised in New York. I think a few years when I was younger, lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and my wife, I think, pretty much all of her life, 95 to 99%, however much as she's lived in New York. She was born in Delaware, but she raised in New York, and now we're in Missouri. Happy to be here. About 5 years now. Connect, 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 everybody. I love this. Awesome. Awesome. Listen, folks saying busy in the chat. Thank you. Pardon my pronunciation. Tafers or Thafers Vlogs. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Tafers Vlogs, for stopping by. And I appreciate the support. Connect to Tafers Vlogs. Show support. Let's connect, everybody. Mark the Shark. Aloha. Hello, Mark the Shark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Connect to Mark the Shark, folks. I've checked out that channel recently, actually. It might have been yesterday, the day before I stopped by Mark the Shark's channel. Thank you for stopping by. Aloha. Vase Place, Blood Dragoon's channel. Vase Place, folks, our last live, this is only my second live I've ever done. Our last live, Vase Place, super active, super supportive, just great channel. I recommend connecting to Vase Place highly. I believe when people are just nice, we should just show support to nice people. Ryan222 Graph, Pittsburgh, PA here as well. That's awesome. I think I mentioned to you at one point that I lived in Pittsburgh. I still have my mother's side of the family. Many of them are still in Pittsburgh. I lived in Pittsburgh probably between the age of like 3 to 7 or 8 or 9 years old. And then during the following years as a my whatever it's called, tween or pre-adolescent, adolescent years as a teenager, I would go back there and visit at least once a year, maybe on average. And Pittsburgh's a great place, a lot of great people there. Very cool city, a lot of good history. Pittsburgh is a very unique place, in my opinion. Very cool place. Very cool place. Keto Homestead with Jess. Ohio here. Where is everyone? Well, Pittsburgh is in southwest Pennsylvania, so Ryan222 Graph, being from Pittsburgh, is close to Ohio, I believe, from my memory. Mark the Shark. I have a friend in St. Charles, becoming a green stalker. New Jersey here. Oh, New Jersey. All right, all right. There's some other New Englanders here. Marlon lived in Massachusetts for 20 years, I believe he said. Shadow Scout Swede. That's an awesome channel. I connected to Shadow Scout Swede recently. Highly recommend checking out that channel, showing support. They have already proven themselves to be great supporters. I recommend connecting. Good morning. It's good to see you again. Shadow Scout Swede writes, good morning. It is also good to have you back. Shadow Scout Swede. Good morning, everyone. Mark the Shark. Born in Akron, Jess. That just brought back a funny memory. Maybe I'll share, but it might not entertain you folks. Yeah, I might just say that till another time. Vase Place. Shared a link. Mark the Shark, Arizona and Hawaii now. Wow, that seems like a big difference. Hawaii, I've never been. I would love to go. Sadly, I think I will never go. But Hawaii truly does look absolutely beautiful. Looks like paradise. I understand why people go to Hawaii. It just looks beautiful. And also maybe that island mentality there too. Happy, easygoing, chill people. That's cool. Keto Homestead with Jess. Nice. Good to meet you, Mark the Shark. This is awesome to see you folks. And I think Songbits Laura. Hi. Hey, how are you, Songbits Laura? Right. Songbits Laura. Hello. Welcome. Songbits Laura is awesome. Please connect to that channel. She is a great supporter. I see her showing support all the time. And that's the type of behavior that we should reward, is people who support other people, people who are selfless. So connect to Songbits Laura if you feel like you want to, folks, but I highly recommend it. Vase Place. I'm in Ohio between Dayton and Cincy. That's probably like cool, like Ohio talk for Cincinnati. Laura's channel. Vase Place sharing Laura's channel. Blood Dragoon. Hey, Laura. Keto Homestead with Jess. Awesome at Vase Place. I'm northeast outside Columbus. Songbits Laura. Hey, Blood Dragoon. Big difference. Huh. Marlon, host, I am already liking to hear cool vibes flowing. That's cool. That is really, really, really cool. I'm happy you like it. Although I'm saying Massachusetts winters, I mean, you might miss Jamaican weather. I don't want to assume that, but I've been to the Caribbean. I've been to Dominican Republic twice, I believe. I've been to Central America, Mexico, I believe. I've been to Turks and Caicos, and I think those are the places I've been in Central and South America, Central America and the Caribbean. And I tell you that the weather is just awesome, awesome. Ha! That is awesome. Shadow Scout Swede, thank you for dropping the link. Base Place, giving my hands a rest for a few. Songbits Laura, oh, thank you. You're welcome. Yes, I support more than post lately. That's great, and I think that should come back to you. It should, and I will do my best to support your channel for sure, for sure. Tapers Blogs, Miss Laura Dunn, awesome. Connect, 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 connect. Mark the Shark, I just booked a trip for my wife, PHX Phoenix, perhaps to Hilo, round trip under 600. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, but flying under $600 sounds like a good price for any trip, because I just feel like the prices that I've heard for flying lately, past year, 2, 3, it's been very expensive. Base Place, be right back. AFK, not a clue what that means. Songbits Laura, I'm in Missouri. I've been to Hawaii, beautiful, very expensive. Songbits Laura, we are also in Missouri, not from Missouri. We are in Missouri as well. Shout out to everyone that might be from Missouri. That might be just you and me, Laura. That might be just you and me. Missouri is an awesome place, a beautiful place full of amazing people. We are so happy to have left New York and ended up here. We feel blessed to be here. Laura says, Hawaii, beautiful, very expensive. I've heard expensive. Mark the Shark, I am on the Big Island. Marlon, I am in Jamaica now. Oh, you're on Jamaica. You're in Jamaica now. Oh, all right, all right. Interesting, interesting. So you ended up in Jamaica. Huh. Interesting. I feel like it might be more common for people to move from Jamaica to here. Although Jamaica is an awesome place, I don't know if a lot of people move to the Caribbean. Interesting. Family there? Business? You just like it there because it's probably a beautiful, awesome place? I wonder how. I mean, you don't have to answer why, but I wonder if you want to share. Why did you move to Jamaica, Marlon? Gardening Point DS Vlogs, namaste. Welcome, 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 Gardening Point DS Vlogs. Folks, connect, 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 show support. Alexander the Great, good evening, stopping by for a few minutes. Folks, Alexander the Great has an awesome channel. I sincerely like her content. Common sense, direct, straight to the point, refreshing reality on her channel. A lot of wisdom there, very smart person. I happen to agree with a lot, if not all, she posts on her channel. Alexander the Great, I think a good person. I don't know her personally. That might be obvious. We can assume that, but I don't know her personally, but I feel like she's a good person. I feel like, people like that we should show support to. Keto Homestead with Jess, it was so nice chatting and meeting you all. It's late and morning comes fast. Blessings and love. Thank you so much, Keto Homestead with Jess. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you got some connections. Hope you made some connections, and I hope some people connected to you. Thank you. Base Place, AFK, away from keyboard. Thank you for clarifying. I'm learning, learning, learning. Learning, learning, learning. Gardening Point DS Vlogs from India, and you from? Wow. I'm from Missouri in the United States. That's where I live. My wife and I are from New York. Very cool. Thank you for being here. Song restored. Nice Marlin. Base place. Blessings. Jess becoming Greenstock. Alafala. Vay Sheldon fan. Alexandra the Great. Alexandra the Great. Thank you. You're so kind. Well, you're welcome, and I mean it. You are really an awesome person, and you show great support. And I wish your channel. I hope your channel just blows up, because you've got the type of content that I think is great, and I feel like your type of content is what the world needs, what people need, and it's refreshing to see and listen to your type of content, Alexandra. Vase Place, thank you, Alexandra. Vase Place, awesome channel. Definitely want to connect with one another if you folks aren't connected. Alexandra the Great. Angry Prepper live in New York and he wants to get out. Yeah, a lot of New Yorkers want to get out. Angry Prepper, I'm familiar with that channel. Marlon, I worked in America as an executive chef, send my kids through college, then retire, move back to Jamaica, and enjoy my hard work at 52 years old. Wow, that sounds like an awesome, blessed life. That's amazing. So I should be learning from you about food. Chef, chocolate mousse. A little more runny than I would like. I got to fix this. I got to fix the chocolate mousse, chef. That is so awesome, Marlon. That is super, super cool. Put your children through college, then retire. Oh, what a blessing. What a blessing. Move back to Jamaica to enjoy your hard work at 52 years old. Wow. And I hope you have an awesome retirement. That sounds like an awesome place to retire and enjoy. That sounds like actually kind of the American dream, and just finishing the American dream somewhere else, which might be even better, because Jamaica is beautiful from what I've heard. Becoming a green stalker. Nice, Marlon. Wow. Marlon, are you using an instant mix? No, sir. Egg whites. Used to double boil, melt some chocolate chips. I prefer dark chocolate, but I used, to be honest with you, semi-sweet because it's a little cheaper. It's a restaurant. I'm not going to use the best quality here, because where we are, we can't charge those type of prices. We could, and I might just do that, but just focus on a gross profit margin. And the marginal benefit of using dark chocolate, which is what I prefer, or dark chocolate and semi-sweet, I feel like might not make that much of a difference to our customers. Double boil, melt the chocolate, whip the egg whites, add the sugar to the egg whites, heavy cream separately, pinch of salt in the heavy cream, vanilla extract in the heavy cream, folding, combine. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. It works well. Taper's blog. Sir Marlon, I love cooking here in the Philippines. Songbits Laura, I love dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate so much. I love all chocolate. I really do. I love all chocolate. I really, really do. Awesome. Dark chocolate's better to me, and it's better for you. Got lots of things to help you with the happy chemicals, happy hormones, and higher in antioxidants, and it's just great. The restaurant that I own is a Mediterranean restaurant, and we now and will, previously it was more Turkish, Lebanese, and Syrian. Now we have expanded the menu to include the entirety of the Mediterranean region. So there is food and will be food present on the menu from Greece, southern Italy, southern France, Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Egypt, Turkey, Syria. So diverse cuisine from the entirety of the Mediterranean region. And it's awesome in my opinion. Marlon, you might have to add more chocolate and gelatin to fix the looseness. I might have thought of gelatin. I might not have thought of gelatin, but that makes sense. Gelatin would help. I never actually knew about putting gelatin in chocolate mousse. That's a great idea. And more chocolate. I was thinking the chocolate might have actually been, because that was the liquid part, and the whipped cream was the more foamy, the thicker part. So maybe I was thinking more whipped cream would thicken it up a little bit. Maybe too much chocolate, because I don't know. I'll practice and try to hopefully improve that. Vase Place, you should try it using quail eggs. Oh, that sounds good. Love quail eggs. Love quail eggs. Vase Place, oh, I love that style of food. Well, if you're ever in Missouri, hit me up, stop by. I'd love to do something nice for you and give you some food complimentary. Vase Place, if you whip it too much, it will make it separate. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting, because I did use a different technique than I use at home. I did blend it in blender, and it got whipped very, very much. It didn't separate that much, although the liquid did separate a little bit. It mixed up. and it's a quick mix. When I put it this way, when I made it at home, um, it was not as liquidy. The flavor's great, in my opinion. I like more dark chocolate, but the flavor's great. It's just I want it to be thicker. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Get it down. There is Alexandra. Quail eggs used to be popular in Poland. Quail eggs are great, and some people that are allergic to chicken eggs, for example, actually might not be allergic to quail eggs. Quail eggs are nutritious, and in my opinion, delicious. Absolutely, absolutely. Quail eggs are great. There is Verna. Nice. Also, as it gets warm, it gets runny. Yeah, yeah. That might be. It might be getting a little more runny. A little more runny than it was before. I had it in the fridge before, and it might have been thicker. I still have to improve the recipe. I made it at home before and had it great. Just using different equipment, different ratios, and just learning curve. Base place. Yepers, if you want to know where to get quail eggs in Missouri, I'm assuming you mean Missouri, I can connect you. That would be cool. I would appreciate that. I probably could find some connections for quail eggs, but I actually would absolutely welcome that because I would love to have some fresh quail eggs. Compatton Family Compound. Hey, Holistic Heritage Homestead. Compatton Family Compound, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am humbled by an awesome channel like yours, stopping by and showing support to a small channel like ours. If you're not connected to Compatton Family Compound, they have an awesome channel, very smart person running that channel, and lots of information. I'm also connected to Gray Man Prepping, which is their other channel, and just a great community, great supporters. Connect. You folks know what's up. That's awesome. Good morning. I'll get you back on. Oh, it's nice. I am actually back on carnivore diet right now. I'm going to expand more food. Like I love chicken liver and duck eggs. Duck eggs are awesome. Chicken liver, great. I love beef liver. I eat all organ meats. When I say all organ meats, I actually mean all organ meats. And we all do. We all do. Even our 5-year-old. Our 1-year-old, I'm not sure if we've given him any organ meats yet, and it's not because we wouldn't. It's just because we probably just haven't. It hasn't happened yet. But we've eaten lamb brains, I think goat testicles, or maybe cow testicles, liver, really, you name it, we eat it. Our 5-year-old son used to, I'm not sure if he calls it this anymore, but cod livers, like the livers from codfish, he calls that a treat, and would ask for cod liver treat, just to show you how we get down in our household. Organ meats are just the best. Latoya Williams, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, folks. Latoya Williams, stop by, connect to Latoya Williams. Make sure I get those wrenches out there in case I forgot any of you. Sorry if I did not get the wrenches out to some of you folks. Latoya Williams, thank you so much. Connect. I am new here. Connect to Latoya Williams, folks. Show support. Thank you so much, Latoya Williams. Thank you. Compatton Family Compound, Vase Place. Compatton Family Compound, Vase Place, awesome channel. I highly recommend showing support to that channel. Alexandra the Great, holy cow, you are brave. Well, thank you. I eat everything, and we should, because that's what the ancestors do, and that's where you find those mineral balancing. You know, you might have copper in liver, for example, but you might have a different mineral in another organ or an animal proteins like animal flesh, what we call like muscle bellies. When you're eating a steak, for example, you're just eating muscle, but there's a lot of animal to go around. I do firmly believe that you are what you eat, and I mean that in the scientific sense, that beyond Hippocrates' quote, "Let food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food." You are what you eat. For example, if you're looking for like coenzyme Q10 and certain things that are actually beneficial for your heart, eat heart. If you're looking for things that are beneficial for your brain, eat brain. If you're looking for men, if you're looking for, and I'm assuming for ladies, zinc as well. Zinc is important as well. Is important as well as far as fertility and libido goes. But guys, let me tell you, testicles high in zinc. Yeah, that whole thing about like maybe people in China eating tigers' testicles. I'm not recommending any of this stuff. You actually are what you eat, and you get part for part support for those parts. So eating testicles, you're going to get support for your libido, your fertility. Seriously, do your research. It's real. Um, your liver, B vitamins, copper. You're gonna get support for your liver by eating liver. Awesome. Becoming a green stalker. Vegetarian, mostly vegan. Hey, to each their own. I'm a firm supporter of eating animal proteins and fats. There's a lot of science I've studied over the years and personal experience that animal-based diets are best, but that's a whole different discussion or slash debate for another time. A friendly debate. I'm all about freedom. I support whatever people want to do, whatever diet they want to. That's the thing. That's the beauty of being free people is we should be able to do whatever we want to do. We should not have the powers that be controlling us, guiding us, directing us. We should be doing our own research and doing what works best for our bodies and our chemistry, our genetics. Um, huge advocate for animal proteins and fats, complete amino acid profiles, the vitamins that come with that, the minerals that come with that, and a lot of other things. For example, the restaurant that I own, we actually have a lot of vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free options. We also have a lot of animal proteins. There's actually something for everybody here, which is pretty cool, I think. Awesome. Hope I don't miss too much here. Might just skip through a few things. Poached quail egg on a gourmet burger. That sounds great. And it's a smaller egg, so that actually might work really nice. I do not eat chicken eggs, Bay's place. Okay, says. All right, cool. Each their own. We have chickens. We eat chicken eggs. We love them. Chicken eggs are great to us. Chicken eggs are delicious. I think it's possible that our 5-year-old son might have an allergy or a bit of an allergy to chicken eggs. Awesome. Trying to get caught up a little bit here. Caught up a little bit here. All right. I see you folks, I think making connections here. This is great. All right. Let me see. Might have missed something. Folks are staying active in the chat. This is awesome. All right. You see, vegan, boom, trying to stay. Honestly, carnivore, second time this time for a long time. It does me wonders. That's great. And I've heard a lot of people say carnivore is great. I do subscribe to the idea of that. I am unsolicited advice here, and actually, I don't look like it now, but I was once jacked and in phenomenal shape. I was a personal trainer for a period of time. I did study and train in and teach martial arts for years and years. I'm obsessed with diet, nutrition, wellness, supplementation, all that type of stuff. I used to make my own proprietary blends of supplements. I'm really into this type of stuff, and I really am into it. I will tell you one thing to be careful of with a carnivore diet, keto diet, is fiber. Fiber is something you do want to consider, and you want to think about prebiotics, probiotics, and make sure you're taking care of your intestinal flora, your microbiome, and your gut. Very important. And carnivore is absolutely great. Keto is something I would probably lean towards personally myself. I actually have a horrible diet right now, but I make sure that in the middle of my horrible diet, like eating my chocolate mousse, I'm also eating a lot of whole foods, a lot of good quality animal proteins, vegetables when I can, all that type of stuff. I'm looking forward to getting back on a regimen myself. Carnivore diet, keep in mind, fiber, prebiotics, probiotics, stuff like that. Give vegetables a chance, if you will, but do your research and do what works for you. People do have I tried cuy? I have not tried cuy, but I would. Equal opportunity consumer here, folks. I'll eat it all. Becoming a green stalker. I'll be the one out there foraging for dandelions. Hey, that's awesome. Dandelions are great, nutritious, and actually, that actually might bring me back to the prepping topic, which I would like to get back on and touch base on a little bit with you folks. Let's just use that as a launching point, becoming a green stalker. Foraging is a great skill set for prepping. I want you folks to start commenting, giving feedback about items and skills. So I want to focus on things we should have stockpiled, if you will, stored away, things to have on hand that are beneficial in emergency preparedness scenarios, and also different skills, different skill sets you think that people should have for tough times. And folks, if you haven't been paying attention to the world the past few years, tough times are already here for a lot of people. Forage, base place, I foraged half bushel of pears. That's cool. You can forage pears, wild pears. That's cool. Taper's vlogs. Are you cook Filipino food? I do not cook Filipino food. My wife can cook Filipino food. My wife is Filipino American, born in America, but she speaks Tagalog. Her family's from the Philippines. Filipino food is amazing. Marlon, bull testicles make great soup. Never tried it, but I would. I'll eat it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Becoming a green stalker. Nice, Vay. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. What's up, Mike? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mike's Chaotic Gardening, another awesome channel. Great supporter, great content, super smart guy. If you're into gardening, you want to connect to that channel. If you're not into gardening, connect to the channel. I'm like half joking, but you should connect to Mike's channel because he's a nice person and he has great content. Seriously. What's up? What's up? Blood Dragoon. Yep, to each their own. That's what's up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want to have a diverse community of different people with different beliefs, sharing different ideas, and hopefully being open-minded enough to receive new ideas and new information. That's how we grow. If we live in our own echo chambers and we don't welcome new ideas, then we do, I'm just going to throw this out there, what the politicians want us to do, which is to be divided. Let's be different and celebrate one another's differences. I don't have a problem with anybody unless it affects my family, unless it affects me, then I have a problem. Big problem. Until then, there's no problem. No problem at all. That's what life is about. Loving one another. We're all children of God. Showing one another support. Oh, looks like I missed some stuff. I don't know if it just showed up. All right, I missed some stuff. I missed some stuff. So let's focus on prepping. Let's focus on prepping. Let's focus on prepping. Let's get the conversation going to that if we can. But I'm down for whatever. If you folks don't want to talk about that, we don't have to. All right, all right, all right. That's awesome. Vay's Place, great supporter. Sharing Mike's channel. That is really, really, really cool. Thank you so much for doing that. That's kind of you. Alexander the Great. I think balance is important, but for me now, I'm sticking to carnivore. That's awesome. That's great. And you're better off with that than a lot of other diets out there, for sure. I can't raise chicken in my apartment, so I eat quail and quail eggs. Hey, listen, you're amazing for doing what you do. Sincerely, that is awesome. Ryan222 Graph. Is that a goat you posted there? Becoming a green stalker. You have quail in your apartment? Marlon, do you use falafel in your restaurant in any form? Yes, we do. We do have falafel. Yes, we do. Marlon, you know your food. I can tell already. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. I'm omnivore. Me too. Me too. Omnivore. I eat it all. Alexander the Great. And I believe humans are designed to be omnivores. Different discussion. But I'm just going to throw that out there. My research / opinion. Alexander the Great. Honestly, my mood PMS was just bad and it helped. I feel happier right now. Laugh out loud. Hey, that's great. That's amazing. And everyone's body chemistry is different. It depends on your ancestry and your genetics. Interesting. Interesting. Raise quail and cuy in my apartment. In 9 days, I'll be trading out the cuy for Havana rabbits. Wow. Alexander the Great. Absolutely. So I got my probiotic. I take 1 month on and off. I have included blueberries, pears, and apples. Awesome. So that's not truly carnivore technically. And there's levels to things. I even know with the paleo diet. Paleo diet, it was great for me, I think, when I did it back in the day, whenever that was. Becoming a green stalker. Cool, Vay. Shadow Scout Sweet. Dandelions are delicious. That's cool. Wonder if I've eaten dandelions. I feel like I have. I didn't feel like actually when I was a child, I might have just taken them and like put them in water and drank the water, did something weird, maybe ate them. I don't know. Not even knowing if I should or not. I just have a memory of something like that happening. Songbits Laura, I never tried dandelions. I believe dandelions maybe are supportive of the liver. They're good for the liver, I believe. Not sure, but they're used in salads, I believe. I want to stay, but gotta sleep, gotta work tomorrow. Interesting. I just Sending shipment to Hawaiian is a bit screwed up right now because of the fires. Oh, all right. Well, hope you sleep well, Alexandra the Great. Don't work too hard. You seem like a hardworking person. You seem awesome. So I hope you're well, and I hope you rest well. And thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. It means a lot. Folks, connect to Alexandra the Great if you have not already, please. Good person, great content. Interesting. Becoming. I hope I don't miss anything here. Okay, becoming a green stalker. Good. Just add to salad. Okay. Basically, it's not really wild, but the people that have the trees do not harvest nor take care of them. Okay, great. Okay, yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Also, I forget what that's called when people let you just go in and is it gleaning or something? Where you go in like after harvest and they let you just take extra stuff. There's a term for that. That seems pretty cool. Alexandra the Great. My son is half Filipino. My last name is Filipino. Good night, everyone. Alexandra, Filipino people are awesome. And I believe you're Polish. Pardon my assumption. You might have told me that. You might have mentioned earlier too. Polish people, awesome people from my experiences as well. A lot of people are awesome. All different ethnicities, all different nationalities. I know they're different. I'm not ignorant. Laura, have a great night. Base place, blessing Alexandra, becoming a green stalker. Well, this year I learned to bake bread, learn canning, and focused on pantry prepping. That's awesome. My idea of a pantry, especially a prepper's pantry, is something that contains items that you use and you eat on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. You don't want things in your pantry that you're not going to work through, that you're not going to eat. So I recommend if you're stocking a pantry, for me, I would recommend, for me at least, not to shop while hungry. If I shop while I'm hungry, I'm going to think of all these things that I might only want when I'm hungry, which actually, in a survival scenario, might be just fine. But prepping is not just about worst case scenarios. It's about storms that happen, natural disasters, people getting injured, medical problems, economic problems, being without without income for a while. Spectrum of self-reliance. Please check out my previous video that I posted on our channel a while back, talking about the spectrum of self-reliance, folks. Marlon, cooking is one of the few recession-proof jobs out there, so I recommend that skill. That is an excellent point, and I've talked to people about this. Cooking is a skill set that is not a gender role. Men should know how to cook. Women should know how to cook. Everybody should know how to cook. Cooking gives you more control over your diet. Cooking gives you more control and understanding of your food and where food comes from. And it's better. You can customize things how you want, and you could save a lot of money. You know how to cook. And in a survival scenario, you want to know how to cook because you want to know how to take things that are not as enjoyable and make them palatable and enjoyable. And you want to know how to do what I do called, you want to be able to do what I call disguised repetition. If you have a pantry full of ground beef and pasta and rice, beans, whatever, you better learn how to make those things different ways because you will get food fatigue. You will get tired, even in a survival scenario, of eating the same foods over and over again. Cooking will help you prevent that in a survival scenario. Okay, all right. It's time for me to hit the hay. Have a good night, everyone. Compatton Family Compound, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you sleep well. I appreciate you stopping by and showing support. Folks, connect to Compatton Family Compound if you have not already. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. I'm gonna can pasta sauce once we get under high 80s. All right, hey, listen, go for it. Yeah, I'm assuming that might be hot if you're like doing water bath canning, perhaps. It's been like 100+ degrees here in Missouri where we are. Becoming a green stalker night camp. You have a great night too. I have quite a few friends that say base place. I have quite a few friends that say if SHTF, they know where they will be able to eat. Well, let me tell you, this is an important topic, and I'm just going to touch and go on this unless the conversation goes there. People that say things like, oh, if SHTF happens, if something horrible happens and the world is really in a bad place, I'm just going to go to your place. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to show up uninvited. Nobody will show up uninvited, or else they will be met with high-speed freedom seeds. possibly from a distance. I'm not saying I would preemptively do that, but unless I know them. If I know them, then maybe not, probably not. If I know them, no. But I'm going to give them a chance to let them know they're not welcome. In an emergency situation, you should have those discussions with people before those things even happen and have agreements. For example, if Uncle Johnny says, I'm just going to go to your house because I know you're prepared. I don't prepare at all. I'm lazy. I don't think ahead. I just refuse to accept the reality that history happens and bad things happen and I might have to prepare. So I'll just go to your house. No, Uncle Johnny, you're not going to go to my house. We can have an agreement that if that happens, you might be allowed to come to my house. And if you're allowed to come to my house, Uncle Johnny, here are some rules and guidelines in the prepper world that you will abide by and follow. Uncle Johnny, you will not live on our home. You will live on a tent, and you will live in a tent on our property. Uncle Johnny, you will have to pitch in and help out with the garden, with the livestock, with chores, whatever needs to be done to make sure we all survive and hopefully thrive. That type of conversation. I hope you folks understand what I'm saying here. Don't take it the wrong way. I prepare so I can help people. Part of our preparedness is thinking about having bottles of water for other people, being able to supply food for other people. Sure, people that we've extended the invitation to, family mostly, I believe, pretty much only family, I believe. Welcome, welcome. Even then, in a survival scenario, family and friends could turn against you. I'm talking about real bad scenarios. Hungry people, thirsty people do horrible things. That's reality. I'm not trying to be negative. That's reality. Food for thought. Straight up. Straight up. Too hot to can and dehydrate right now. Ryan222 graph staying active. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. I freeze dry everything I can get my hands on. That's great. Freeze dried is one of the best ways of food preservation, and I believe it lasts. And sometimes one of the ways that the food lasts the longest. Actually, gives it the longest shelf life. Becoming a green stalker. I just started freeze drying as well. I would love to do that. We have a dehydrator. Cool. Canning. We've had an awesome all-American canner. A few $100, $300+. Been sitting on our shelf, sitting in our kitchen for months and months and months, maybe a year or longer. I'm not gonna lie. Haven't used it yet because there's a science to that, skill to that, and my wife and I are both too busy. That might be an excuse to actually learn how to do it safely and learn how to do it well. But that is a priority. We have it, and it's kind of like get the thing we need, learn how to use it after, but buy it while we can still get it, type of thing. Maybe. Definitely want to learn how to can. I made a few meals and did them, Vay. I didn't care much for the single ingredients. Oh, the meals. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Freeze drying meals. That's cool. I'm going to eat some chocolate mousse now. I do my leftovers and I do individual ingredients. Never know when you will need them. That is awesome. Wonder input, output, time, money, freeze drying, what kind of equipment, what kind of electricity it uses. I don't know anything about it. So I'm not sure. Oh, a lot going on here I might have missed. Haha! Yes, gleaning is after their harvest. Well, I might have missed some stuff here. You folks are active and awesome. All right, let me try to get caught up. Made a few meals, some of the leftovers. Yeah, I'm not sure about freeze drying if it's, I assume it's probably worth it as far as electricity and time and all of that. I want to learn more about that. You can tell things diet by its teeth. Plant eaters flat, meat sharp. Humans got both. Simple and correct. Yes, sir. I agreed. I was thinking that before. I just didn't mention it. If you invest in a cryovac machine, you won't have to freeze dry ever again. We have a food saver, if that's considered a cryovac machine. Shadow Scout Sweet, I'm allergic to meat. I haven't eaten meat since I was 16. Meat gives me rashes that are itching, so I stay away from it. I eat fish. Oh, sorry to hear that. However, I'm happy that you could eat fish because fish, that's still animal protein, still complete amino acid profile. And animal proteins are higher in the isoleucine, leucine, and valine. Those are the important amino acids for building muscle mass, maintaining muscle mass, which is important for many different things. Good muscle mass ratio is important for preventing type 2 diabetes and overall health and whatever else. Biovac machine. Marlin, yeah. Ryan Tutu Grass staying active. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, and meat gives me a really bad stomach ache as well. Do you happen to have the disease that, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer, the disease that's caused by ticks, that ticks carry that make people allergic to meat? Yes, gleaning is after the harvest. Oh, that is sad to me. They actually remove the air, which is the number one killer of your food. Yes, oxygen, moisture, light, I believe. Higgy Homestead, hey Shadow, nice to see you still here. Higgy Homestead, thank you so much. Glad to hear. Right, if you don't eat it, there is no point in storing it. Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Marlon, is that what freeze drying does? Oh, that is what freeze drying does. Yes. It was air. And also moisture, I believe. Or air and moisture. Higgy Homestead. Freeze drying, I thought, was more about removing moisture. I'm assuming after you freeze dry it, it should still be stored in a container that does not have, that has as little oxygen, a little air as possible. I mean, maybe it does both. Maybe it does both. Interesting. I have to learn about freeze drying. I have to learn about freeze drying. Very interesting to me. Very interesting. But I assume even if you freeze dry things, vacuum sealing it might still be good. Shadow Scott Sweet. I learned to cook when I was 4 years old and made my first dish when I was 5 years old. That's amazing. That is awesome. That's a great skill set you have that sadly not a lot of people have nowadays. And it's actually sad because people have to be resourceful. You think of times like the Great Depression, for example, when you'd have to take whatever you had, whatever you can get your hands on, and try to turn it into a meal. Cooking allows you to do that. Having the skill of cooking, knowing how to make things palatable, enjoyable, and like I said before, knowing how to disguise repetition so that you prevent food fatigue. That's what cooking does. That's what cooking does. So important. And there's so much I can go on about that cooking process. In a survival scenario, a real survival scenario, whether it's we're bugging in, we're at home, or we're in the woods somewhere in the wilderness, boiling food is better than cooking over open flame because I don't want to lose the calories, the melting fat. That's calories. There's nutrition there, and all calories count. All energy counts. So boiling food. If you don't know that, there's a tip for you. Boiling food might not be the best way as far as taste, but survival scenario, boiling food. Boiling food. You could also get rid of some of the microbiology that's unwanted in the water while you're cooking your food as well. I'm not an expert. Do your research. Whenever possible, boil water. Oh, mechanically filter water, at least coarse filtration. Boil water, then you can get into better filtration, water purifying, like tablets and stuff like that. But you don't want to play games when it comes to water. Marlon, exactly. You can always recreate leftovers and make more exciting dishes. I agree 1,000%. One of the ways that I learned how to cook was actually just being a single guy with not a lot of money, taking whatever I had in the refrigerator and taking leftovers and turning them into dishes, recreating them into different dishes, and just making it happen. Just making it happen. And another way that I learned how to cook, or at least what encouraged me to cook, was actually when I was on a paleo diet. It forced me to narrow my focus and learn how to cook certain foods, certain vegetables, lamb shoulder chops, like different cuts of meat that I might not have had before. Lamb shoulder chops, nice cut, very cheap, by the way. Can't really find it anywhere, apparently, from what I've seen. Yeah. Song with Laura. That's right, Uncle Johnny. I'm behind. I think I'm behind in the chat here. I'm trying to catch up, folks. Mike Scott, there's going to be many more 2020s. Silly to not be ready. 100%. 100%. And here's the thing is, people that were preppers 5-10 years ago, a lot of people were like, oh, you're like just like conspiracy theorists, which conspiracy theorists are awesome and very actually a lot of times totally spot on with their theories. But it was kind of like people frowned upon it. And now since you know, the thing happened a few years back, people that were not about preparedness are suddenly about preparedness because people lost their jobs. People had income issues. And people started to think about the future and having extra food on hand, having extra water on hand. The uncertainty made people think about the future. And that's great because people should think about the future. It's stupid not to. I'm just going to call it how it's stupid not to. I moved to my homestead just over a year ago. My city, family, friends, acquaintances, no, do not come here in SHTF. That's what's up. I agree. Higgy Homestead. Let me tell you. And why should you? Because if you spend your time, your blood, sweat, your tears, your resources, your energy, you do the research and you prepare and you're a good steward of your finances, a good steward of your resources, why should you reward and take care of people who might have even mocked you? Not saying they would have, but people have mocked me. Am I going to take care of people who made fun of me for being a prepper if things get bad? Because they do. Historically, it happens. It's not when. It does. It's not if. I mean, it's when. It's not if. It's when. I'm not going to take care of those people. Absolutely not. They should be taking care of themselves. They should be planning. They should be responsible and accountable for their own families, for themselves and their families. Becoming a green stalker. I've expanded my cooking skills as well and practice making stuff by cooking. All right, here's my chance to try to get caught up, hopefully. Oops. I just saw Shadow Scout Swede has to bail. Thank you so much, Shadow Scout Swede, for stopping by. I really, really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me try to get caught up as much as I can. I've expanded my cooking skills as well and practice making stuff by cooking on open fire and baking with different ingredients, making foods in alternative ways. That is awesome and absolutely amazing. Ryan Graff, still hanging out. Thank you, Ryan. Yep, if done right, will last 25 to 30 years. Wow. Piggy Homestead, anyone showing up looking for help will be told to leave as much kindly as they can collect. Be told to leave as much kindling as they can collect by the back gate, and we will see what we can do. AKA, nothing is free. Absolutely, everyone has to work. Everyone has to work in that type of scenario. Better than trying to freeze everything. Oh, okay, okay. Hi, my friend. Revs HK Jamming Vlogs. That must be a channel that I've connected to recently. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you folks want to connect to Revsy HK Jamming Vlogs, that would be really kind. Thank you so much for showing support. Revs, how are you? I am well. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Base place, if you don't have electricity when it hits the fan, then you will only need fire and water. Yep. Contingencies for contingencies. We have a generator. We're all about that life. If the generator is not there, backups, backups. We have firewood. We have a wood stove. Backups, 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 backups. That's the point. It's one of the points of prepping. Revs, like 22. I must have missed something. Not sure what you meant, like 22. Oh, like 22. That went right over my head there. Thank you so much, Revs. Exactly, Higgs. Hello to my friend. Dang, you beat me again, Vay. Thank you, Vay's Place. I barter for fish, venison, honey, and goat's milk for soap now. That is amazing. That is amazing. Higgy's pronounced Huga. Huga. If you don't mind me asking, I'm into ancestry, ethnic background, stuff like that. Eugenics, genetics, things like that. What is the background of that surname, Huga, if you don't mind me asking? Goat's milk is amazing. I really have to connect to somebody for goat's milk. It's delicious and very nutritious. And goat's milk is also better for some people who might have some reactions and / or allergies. People might have allergies and or reactions to cow's milk. Goat milk is a nice option. And for babies and children, I believe it's also better for some of them. Base place removes moisture and you store it in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Okay, well, that makes sense. I didn't get it from a tick. I was in my teens and got the Lyme disease when I was an adult. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I must have missed something. I didn't. Got it from a tick. So are you saying you got it from a tick when you were in your teens and got the Lyme disease when you were an adult? So is it Lyme disease what causes you to have the reaction to meat? Or is that it's a separate disease that makes you have a reaction from meat? Because I don't remember Lyme disease giving people reactions to meat. Huh. Oh, Huga. Huga is a concept of calm, peaceful, cozy home and simple life. Oh, that's pretty cool. Very cool. I might have assumed it was your surname. Sorry, pardon my assumption. Becoming a green stalker. Freeze drying is fun. Freeze drying is fun. I wish I could scroll down now. For some reason, it's not allowing me to just push. All right, all right, all right. Nice topic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Huga, got that, got that, got that, got that. Yeah, and I have been cooking for a long time now, and I'm 52, so you can do the math. I can do math sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. Wow, wow. So, yeah, 48 years of cooking. 48 years of cooking. That is amazing. Or learning how to cook. Or 47 years of cooking if you made it when you were 5. Learning when you were 4. In that case, if you have to boil your food, then you better drink the water. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Never waste the water. Never waste the water. Yes, that's true. Great topic. I was going to go to bed. I'm really hurting with my arm still. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much, Songbits Laura. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending time and being active in the chat. You're awesome, and I really do appreciate your support. Connect to Songbits Laura if you folks haven't already. Great channel. Great channel. Becoming a green stalker. I've been practicing with cast iron over the fire pit in my yard. That's great, and that's the key word. Practicing. Like we have cast iron. Not really familiar with how to use it. It might be simple in a survival scenario. Sure, just heat it up and use it. But seasoning the pan, taking care of the pan, things like that. That's knowledge. That's skill. Learning how to cook with it, how it distributes heat and stuff like that. Those are skills. Good morning to Shadow here in Hong Kong. Wow, that's cool. RevZ, HK, Jaming Vlogs. I hope I'm not destroying your name. I hope I'm saying it well. Hong Kong. Welcome from Hong Kong. Thank you so much. Did you know if you use iron cookware, then you will not be anemic? Yes, I did know that cast iron is a source of iron, and that's one of the reasons that the ancestors were better off in one of the many ways the ancestors were better off, because cast iron was common. You're gonna sleep now, Laura? For some reason, I lost the ability to just push the button to scroll down, so I have to do it differently. Shadow Scout, I have to bail now, prepare for work now, so take care and stay safe. God bless. Thank you, and God bless you, Shadow Scout Sweet. God bless you. Thank you so much. Blessings, Laura. Yes, totally. I still cook everything. I just don't eat it all. That's really cool. That's really cool. Blessings, Shadow. Let me. All right. Blessings, Shadow. Base place. Thank you. Higgy Homestead, have a good night, Shadow. Higgy Homestead, I'm going to give you a wrench. I am so sorry I did not give you a wrench. All right. That's cool. Got your wrench. Hopefully that's easier to connect to people. I know that makes it easier for me when I have a wrench to connect to people. All right, all right, all right. Let me see. You have to be careful and hide some of your stock so that it doesn't get confiscated. That's right. And I may or may not have a storage unit with some stuff. We'll be maybe, I don't know, burying some stuff, having a network of people that hopefully we could rely on, but won't rely on them because I won't rely on anybody. I hope I can. That's the point of a backup plan, is having a backup plan would be being able to rely on other people. The Danish claim to have invented Huga, but it's a concept practiced all over Europe and some in the United States. Just look up the word Huga. It's a cool concept / lifestyle. I will absolutely look that up. Thank you so much. Base place. I've been cooking for 60 years. That's amazing. Huga Homestead. I love to cook in the fire pit. I use a tripod over the fire. It's been too hot lately. In a few more weeks, when it cools down, I will get back to it. That's awesome. That makes sense. Oh, cooking over a flame is just the best for me, especially when it comes to meat and stuff like that. The flavor is just, there's something primal about cooking over a flame, cooking over a fire. It's just very, very satisfying to me. Yeah, that is so awesome. So awesome. What other skills do you think are important to have for emergency scenarios, emergency preparedness situations, SHTF situations, economic problems, recessions, depressions, if you get sick, someone in your family gets sick, sadly, if somebody passes away and you have to kind of make things happen on your own, what are skills that people should have to increase their chances of survivability, increase their chances of survival? Hilarious vlog. Tom Sock. I see that all over the place. I'm assuming that's Tagalog. I feel like I should know what that means already. I should have just asked my wife. She probably knows. What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means? Does anybody know what that means? Welcome, Malaris Vlog 34, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by, Malaris Vlog. I'm going to give you a wrench, so hopefully it's easier for you to connect this to these people. Folks, connect to Malaris Vlog 34. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. Becoming a green stalker. Huga, that's great. It's fun for me to try it all out, but I do prefer my stove. That's cool. Vase Place. Blessings, everyone. I have to get ready for bed. Blessings. Thank you so much, Vase Place, for stopping by, for showing support in the chat, for showing support to other channels and sharing their stuff. You're awesome. And you are just a super cool, very interesting, very knowledgeable person. And this is only my second live that I've ever done. So I really do appreciate the support, folks. And thanks for being patient with me as I learn and hopefully improve my delivery and improve the lives in the future, because I do want to have awesome lives for you folks. Knowing how to sew, knit, crochet is pretty important. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I think many of us are just so used to being able to just get some new underwear, get some new socks, get a new shirt, get some new pants. But what happens when we have to repair them? And that's something that in other cultures, not just saying in the past, other cultures even nowadays around the world, you repair your clothes. You repair your clothes. You repair your shoes. Cobblers, places that take care of shoes, boots, leather, they replace those things. They mend those things, and also making your own clothing. Very, very important. Very important. What animals do you have? We have chickens. We have meat rabbits. We have pigs. We have a breeder pair of kuni pigs who have not bred. Long story. Please check out my previous video I posted about our boar possibly being put in the friend zone. I want pretty much all the animals. We want to grow and produce as much of our own food as possible. I really like quail. I would like quail, but I think before quail, because quail are similar to chickens in one or more ways, I think ducks. I like the idea of having ducks because duck eggs, and more so, I love duck meat. And chickens are great, but as far as eating and flavor, duck is just better meat to me. And duck has fat. So thinking about preparedness, calories are so important. Calories, macronutrients, then vitamins, minerals, possibly in that order. Fat. The ancestors would eat bone marrow first, a lot of them, organ meat second, and then what we consider meat, a lot of people consider meat, the muscle third. That's caloric intake and nutrition, and then protein. Very, very important. And then, whatever else. But at the end of the day, for us, it's important to make sure we are prepared enough to have different types of food and diversify our food folio in the sense of what we eat and also what we produce, so that something happens and the chickens have a bunch of issues and we lose our flock. Well, hopefully we still have ducks. Hopefully we still have pigs. Hopefully we still have meat rabbits. You get the point. And the ultimate goal, hopefully within a year, would be to have sheep. I would really, really like to produce, and I would feel more complete in our food production if I could produce some red meat. I do not think we have enough land for cows, maybe a couple of Jersey cows, mini Jerseys or something like that, maybe a dairy cow or two or whatever. But we don't have a lot of acreage. We have 7 acres. That's a massive amount of property considering we're from New York, where you really can't have any land. It's extremely rare. At least if you're in the city, the 5 boroughs, or east of that in Long Island, little to no land for anybody. That's more than enough for us to do what we want to do. We think we definitely can raise sheep on that amount of land for sure. And we had the setup for it, just had to learn about how to raise sheep. And try to make it happen. Hmm. Marlon, skills such as mechanical engineering, carpentry, farming are some important skills to have. Marlon, you seem like a very intelligent person. You really do. You seem very smart. I like how you think. Mechanical engineering is important. And for those of us like myself who are not knowledgeable when it comes to mechanical engineering, I'm also not very handy. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to carpentry. It's important to admit um, areas where we might be weak or not knowledgeable. It's part of prepping too, so we can become better in those areas and slash or lean on another individual or individuals who are stronger in those areas. If I don't have the knowledge, it's also good to just have the books. If you could have videos, if you have electricity, if you could play the videos, audio, whatever. But some good books on engineering, you never know when you might have to build some things. And if there's a step by step, maybe you can make it happen from a book. That's not ideal, but it's better to have the knowledge in the books there. Because of certain types of disaster situations, you might have a whole bunch of time and not a lot to do besides, depends on the situation. You have a lot of food stock, you have years and years of food stock, and you have a lot of idle time. You might be bored. I don't know. Are you going to have food production as a thing that's like happening all the time, ongoing in perpetuity? I don't know. But you might have some time to read some books and learn some things. It's better to learn the things and read the books before that happens, but have them there. Have them there. Even if you might not understand the books, you might know somebody who might. I'm a big fan of having a prepper library. Definitely gardening, Huga. Carpentry, farming is foreign skills. That yeah. Gardening is like a no-brainer when it comes to prepping. It's something that everybody should know how to do. Besides prepping, I think all adults should know how to grow their own food. Children should know how to grow their own food. I think it makes you more intimately acquainted with where your food comes from. It gives you better control of your food. It's such an amazing, satisfying experience growing your own food and watching the growth and watching the progress. And there's so much to learn from gardening besides just gardening, all the sub-sciences, soil microbiology. Just there's so much to learn. How fertilizers work, learning about soil itself, soil aggregates, and different types of soil, learning about plants, flowers. I mean, it's so much to learn, and it's something I really really love. My wife and I, we love it. Our 5-year-old son loves it, and I assume that our 1-year-old son will love gardening also. I am overachieving in meat rabbits in the moment. 4 mommies, 18 new babies. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love rabbits. I love the meat. It's a lean meat, not the best prepper meat as far as calories and getting some good fat for fuel. However, lots of protein, super easy to raise. We just processed our first ones. Please check out my previous video I just posted recently talking about how we just processed our first meat rabbits. So easy. First time doing it, very very easy in my opinion. Slow cook them, delicious. It's not our first time eating rabbit. First time we processed our own. 18 new baby. Wow. I have chickens and rabbits, and I want quail. Quail. They're ready for harvesting quickly. They lay eggs very quickly, and the eggs are delicious and nutritious. Quail, just like chicken, great because they offer 2 sources of protein: eggs and meat. My ultimate recommendation for people who are starting or considering to have livestock, and I probably have a previous video on this or videos on this. I think I do. And if not, I definitely will, but I think I do. Is I recommend chickens first. If you could have chickens, chickens are the ultimate homesteading, prepper livestock to have. There's lots of reasons which I won't get into now. Chickens are amazing. Neighbors have ducks, goats, bees, horses, so good there with barter. That's amazing. And all jokes aside, I mean this seriously. My outlook for the future, not the immediate future. I think we might have a few years before things get real weird, real bad. Is I think we will have the type of situation where people that have horses will be some of the only people who will be able to get around. I do think that there will be a time in my lifetime where people will be getting around on horses. And that will be a common way for people to get around and be mobile, because I have some opinions about that. Have to go. Been nice chatting and meeting all of you. Good night. Becoming a green stalker. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. And you are always welcome. And that's what I mean. You're welcome back anytime. It was awesome having you. I really appreciate your input. You had some great stuff to talk about, and you seem like you know what's up. You seem like a smart person. Marlon, it's very important to grow what you eat and eat what you grow. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely, absolutely. Huga Homestead. Chickens are the gateway drug of homesteaders. Yes, I think I've heard that before. That's amazing. I have bikes. Most people around here have ATVs. That's cool. When you say bikes, do you mean motorcycles? Because bicycles, I think, are an absolutely great prep to have. We don't even have any. Something that's been on my list of things I'd like to have for a while now. Just hasn't been a priority. But absolutely, absolutely, having a good mountain bike or something you can get around all terrain is something I recommend. I'm kind of ignorant to bikes. I have to learn about them. But being able to get around, ATVs, all that, sure. I'm a big fan of backups for backups. So I do absolutely believe in having ATVs, two-seaters, four-seaters. They're great. They're very useful on homesteads. They're amazing. But if you run out of gasoline, that's something to think of. You can create your own alcohol-based fuel or something. Not saying people should do that. I'm not saying people should distill alcohol and use it as fuel or anything like that. Only do what's legal. I would never condone doing anything that the powers that be don't let us do. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But backups for backups, bicycles, tools, electric tools, power drills, all that type of stuff. Great. Hand tools, just like the Amish, have some hand tools. Seriously, backups for backups, because when you don't have it, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I really do believe that's a very true statement, or those are true statements. Bicycle. My bike pulls my wagon. That is awesome. That is awesome. Marlon, farmers in Jamaica use donkeys as their source of transportation. Very smart. Very smart. All you gotta do is feed them. Feed them and take care of them. And you have transportation. That's amazing. That's amazing. Very smart in my opinion. Very smart in my opinion. Very smart. I think. Oh, we got 24 likes, it looks like. 24 likes. I appreciate it, folks. I appreciate it. If you folks would be so kind to share this out there, that would be great. Just to let people check out the channel who might not have been exposed to our channel. Just to introduce new people to our channel. That would be great. Probably going to wrap this up in 10 minutes or less, I think. I'm going to start heading home soon. It's been a long day. Definitely been a long day. Got about a 45-minute drive to get home. So we'll see. We'll see. It's been a long day. But I do appreciate all the feedback, all the input. I think there's lots of intelligent people that were here during this live chat, and lots of good points made, a lot of good information shared. And I feel like no matter how long people, are in this, they subscribe to this lifestyle of prepping. Like, I've had a preparedness mindset, a prepper mindset for most of my life, I would say. I've always thought about that. I always loved history. I've always been aware of the fact that bad things happen. History happens. History is not something that was just in the past. Yes, that is history by definition. But present is always here. We always live in the present. Beginning of this live stream, this live chat, that's the past now. So the past, they say history is like a river, not a liver. A river, it often repeats itself. And I don't know if it was like Mark Twain, which would be Samuel Longhorn Clemens or whoever it was, but I think somebody else said it's not that history is like a river and it often repeats itself. It's like history rhymes, where it might not be the same exact thing happening, but it might be similar. Like we might not face the same things our ancestors faced due to technology differences, due to globalization and how the world is now. But a lot of those struggles are universal and they're going to happen. History happens. 5 seconds ago, that's history now. The struggles that are happening with people around the world right now, that's history. And in the future, that stuff's going to happen again. That's not being negative. That's not being a pessimist. That's not being a fatalist or being deterministic. That's being a realist and just being an adult and not being naive. I have yarrow to harvest. Any suggestions? I don't know anything about that. My urban garden. Remember how we thought peppers were crazy? Then that thing happened in Hurricane Harvey and Ida. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that's something. Sadly, by the way, my urban garden. For those of you folks who are not connected to their channel, they have an amazing channel. She's super knowledgeable, great videos, great content, and just a great supporter. Please connect to My Urban Garden. Welcome, My Urban Garden. I saw your comment, just got me going. Yeah, Hugo Homestead. If we don't learn from history, we will be doomed to repeat it. And that's the thing. Is I sadly feel this is the reality. I feel is that humans, due to their nature and the trend of the world and where the world is going, is that we will repeat it. We will repeat it. I don't think, holistically speaking, empirically speaking, that mankind as a whole is moving forward. I think we are facing degeneracy. I think we're going to see more lawlessness than ever. I think we're going to see more negativity, more pridefulness than we ever have. I think we're going to see a lot of people living in low trust societies. I think we have rough times ahead. That's the reality. I don't wake up and say, "Oh, I can't wait to be negative today and think of all the bad things that might happen." No, I am a positive person. I absolutely want the best to happen, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. And as a prepper, when the thing happened a few years back, I told my wife, I said, this is no longer about prepping. We're in this now. This is happening. This is happening. And all of the things have happened. And I've watched over the past 5-10 years, things that I said were going to happen. Now, I don't benefit from "I told you so" mentality. I don't benefit from saying, "Ha ha, ha ha, all the bad stuff happened that I said would happen." It's sad. I don't want it to happen, but I've got a pretty good track record of predicting what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, from my heart to your minds, hopefully, I foresee the next few years, there's going to be some serious changes in world culture. They're not going to be for the better. And I think it is exceedingly important for people to learn how to be more self-reliant, more self-sufficient in every way possible. Water security and food security, and then security are going to be very important. And people have become, they know that that's what's up. They know that's the truth now because they've seen it happening. They've seen it. They've been watching it happen. They've been living it. It's no longer when or if, it's already happening. Frying Pan Army, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Frying Pan Army, awesome channel, talented artist. Stop by and show support to Frying Pan Army. Connect, folks. What about using it for stopping blood loss? I do not know. Harvest yarrow with a sickle, strip the leaves, and dry them for tea. Yarrow, I've heard of that. My memory escapes me right now. Gardening Point DS vlog, still present. Bye, bro. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. Connect to Gardening Point DS vlogs, everybody, if you haven't already. If you have not already, please connect. Please connect. Wow, this is great. This is great. We had 25 people thumbs up. That's really appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gonna hang tight for a few more minutes because I don't want to leave you awesome folks, and I'm also enjoying this, and I also appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. But yeah, it's kind of like the world of science. You know, it's just like that with conspiracy theories, which I believe is a pejorative term meant to shut people up that have unpopular beliefs. When I say unpopular beliefs, I mean anything that's not what mainstream media, the garbage they spew and put out there. If you believe in anything else that every other zombie, every other person, you know, that's a sheep, doesn't believe, then you're a conspiracy theorist. Until what you believe gets proven to be true, which happens over and over and over again. And the thing about conspiracy theories, and there's sadly or weirdly a crossover between conspiracy theorists and preppers. You know, conspiracy theorists are some of the most smart, open-minded, intelligent people who actually do their own research and do their own thinking, have their own critical thinking factors and capabilities. There's a connection between those types of people and people who are preppers, because people will mock preppers and they will mock them and say, "Oh, just sit back and order from Amazon, or it'll always work that way. Everything will always be convenient, always be available." And conspiracy theorists, they ask questions, and they also don't trust the narrative. They don't just go with what mainstream media says. So there's a connection there. And I just call conspiracy theorists free thinkers, because most of, if not all, I'm not going to say all, like definitely not going to say all, many, a high percentage of the conspiracy theories that I have been introduced to in my life have absolutely been true, irrefutably, undeniably true. To the point where people could actually show you people primary source information. They could show you a video of somebody saying something. They could show you whatever proof, in your face proof, undeniable proof, and people will still like be like, "Nope, I didn't see that on CNN. I didn't see that on Fox News. That's not true." Wake up. Straight up, like wake up. Wake up. The powers that be and people that are responsible for a lot of the things happening in the world, they unapologetically, boldly profess their manifestos, their agendas. They tell you straight up. They tell you straight up what they want to do. To have us all living in smart cities, to have us all be tracked, all be monitored, one world government, one world currency. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. And that ties into prepping, because when you see the evil and the darkness in the world, and you see the trend, and you just take reality for what it is and where the world is going, you would be foolish not to prep. You would be an idiot not to prep. In some way, little food, little water, build a network, plan, bug out bags, 24-hour bags, 72-hour bags, get home bags, inch bags, I'm never coming home bags. These are things that you should be having, things that you should be researching, things you should be considering. Water is my biggest concern. Herbal medicine and buy books. Information is also under attack. Very well said. Absolutely. Before you showed up here today on this live chat, I mentioned building a prepper library. And that means expect to not have the internet even. China censors the internet. Okay? Expect the internet to be censored. Expect it not to exist. Expect you not to have electricity to print stuff up. Print it up now. Print it up now, because I can tell you, I used to have access to a lot of fringe, radical, different, unpopular, really, information 10, 15, 20 years ago that not anymore. You got to search for independent journalists. You have to search for independent news. You got to really try to filter through and like find stuff. I'm just saying. Frying pan army, well said. In a nutshell, relying on the system is a bad idea. Absolutely agree. It's a bad idea. Absolutely agree. It's a bad idea. And God gave us mental faculties and intelligence so that we could learn how to take care of ourselves and help other people. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, folks. And My Urban Garden, you are awesome. Someone like you, I would love to help you in any way, because I think you deserve it, because you seem like a great person. Water's your biggest concern. Why is water your biggest concern? Are you from California? I think you maybe mentioned. My Urban Garden. My conspiracy is that they're trying to end retirement culture by having elderly politicians and entertainers like Indiana Jones. We should treasure our elders, not be forcing them to work. Absolutely, I absolutely agree. And I believe in creating intergenerational dynasties where, it's always a blessing, for example, when, our children, for example, our 5-year-old and our 1-year-old, they've spent time with their grandparents. That's a blessing. They've spent time with their great grandparents. That's a blessing. So much wisdom and knowledge. And I feel like if we could, which people are doing out of financial, what I'm about to say, people are doing out of financial need right now because times are so tough for so many people. The natural tendency for people to even live in one home, grandparents, 3 generations in one home, people are doing that because they're suffering financially now. But it's great actually because people can take care of the elders. The elders can help out with childcare in any way they can. The children, the youth can spend time with the elders and learn from them, get the wisdom, get the knowledge. There's so many benefits to that. And in other cultures, they do that naturally. In Asian cultures, common. I mean, around the world, America used to be like that. A lot of Americans are doing that now. Grandparents are moving in. Children are coming back home from college, moving back in, or never leaving home. And they're doing it because everyone's broke and housing is expensive. But there's value there. You could pool your resources. I'm from Austin, Texas. I thought I remembered Texas, California, something. Maybe I thought we have drought restrictions for watering. Well, I can't tell you what to do, and I would never recommend doing anything that the powers that be make arbitrary or whatever laws that might be immoral. I would never support breaking the law. Even if the laws are arbitrary, even if they're immoral, I would never support breaking the law. But maybe I've heard of people doing whatever they have to do to make sure that they survive and their family survives and their friends survive. And if that means storing some water somewhere, burying some water somewhere, do it. Getting a storage unit, storage container, putting some water there, putting water treatment things there, filtration, water tablets. So even if you stored water and it's stagnant, you could treat it at a later date, but you have water. Let me tell you, I've been so thirsty in my life that there's been times, and actually probably within the past year, actually, maybe even this summer it might have been, where outside being too hot and getting to a point where I was not hydrated, being stupid. And it's a horrible, horrible, horrible feeling to be thirsty. I would never want to imagine going a whole day without water, let alone 2 days, 3 days without water. I would never, ever want to imagine that. That's a nightmarish scenario. I agree. My aunties and uncles are so helpful with my teens. That is amazing. So you understand. You understand. And you keep your family culture and you keep, there's just so many blessings and so much awesomeness that comes from keeping family together. Intergenerational, and aunts and uncles, keeping everyone together, knowing who you are. And it's important, understanding the culture that you come from, learning about your ancestry, your ethnic background. It's just awesome. Marlon, when I am in America and walk into a big name store or supermarket and see I'm assuming I can't see because the heart thing is blocking it. Oh, a war veteran working, it pains my heart. Well, yeah, it is horrible. It is horrible. And I will tell you, this might sound like I'm against veterans, but I'm absolutely not. I support veterans completely. But I am against the military-industrial complex. The military-industrial complex, do your research, the military-industrial complex, just like pharmaceutical companies. There's a lot of dark forces and energies and people doing a lot of evil things in those realms. And I can tell you, in my opinion, I'm just going to throw this out there. There has been no noble war that we have fought pretty much ever. Seriously. And you go back to Korean War, World War II, and you go, and the more you research, you're like, oh, actually, that was about bankers, and that was about that. Oh, that was about that. That's really why we did it. Oh, you start doing the research and you really go down those rabbit holes. Maybe you go back to the Revolutionary War, and then you're like, there might have been some stuff going on there too. Civil War, that war didn't need to happen. I'm telling you, it's not in human nature to have wars. Battles, maybe skirmishes, tribal skirmishes, tribal battles, that's more human nature. all out wars or just massive slaughtering of other people and massive destruction is not human nature. It's not human nature. It's not. And I can tell you, that's a different discussion for a different live chat. That's a whole can of worms to open up. In my opinion, there's almost if not all wars, or most if not all wars, are fruitless, immoral, useless, and they cause more damage than they do good. Just saying. Just saying. And that's a whole different thing. Just saying. That being said, I support veterans because people have signed up to join. My father was a Marine. He was in the military. Friends and family in the military. Support people, individuals that join the military because they sign up thinking that they're doing good things, noble things. They think they usually have good hearts, selfless people, a lot of respect. So it's not the veterans I have a problem with. It's the uppers, powers that be, and they do not show respect to the veterans. But why would people expect our government to show respect to any of us when they don't care about us and they want to treat us all like free-range slaves? Just saying. Don't be naive. That's why I don't get into politics, because it's just yeah. Frying pan army. It's not human nature, it's sinful nature. Yes, I agree. That's what I meant. If I did not say that or clarify that, that is what I meant. Sin is sin, sinful nature. People are naturally loving and caring. Actually, I think that's what I was saying. Hopefully you were referring to the part that I was talking about, how that's not human nature. It's not human nature to want to slaughter one another. It's not human nature to want to cause mass destruction. That's what I was trying to convey and communicate. Hopefully that is what I communicated. Marlon, I agree. Gio O'Share, got to go market. Thank you for your welcome. Thank you for welcome. Yours, bro. Holistic, brother, holistic. Guys, thank you. Have a good day. Your wife, your family, and your viewers. God bless. God bless you too, GU O'Share. You are such a kind person and a great supporter. Please connect to GU O'Share. Seriously, awesome people. My Urban Garden agreed 100. I am an OIF veteran. Pardon my ignorance. What is OIF? OIF veteran. We spent billions just to take out the trash in countries that had no trash infrastructure. Wow. Wow. Well said. Frying Pan Army. I have to go now. My battery is almost dead. Bye, Frying Pan Army. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Frying Pan, awesome live stream. Keep up the great work, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Frying Pan Army, great channel. Please connect to Frying Pan Army. Good person. Yeah, I can tell you, I have a lot of respect for people who just keep it real. One of the things in my life people will learn about me is I won't say things just to I won't say things. I don't want to just be liked. I'm just going to speak what I think to be the truth. And I'll tell you right now, I have a lot of respect for veterans, people who've served in the military, who actually come out of the military, or even while they're in the military, and say, "Hey, I did or we did some immoral stuff. This was useless," and they don't act like they're always doing these super heroic, noble things, and they're not always doing like things like are in the movies where they're just saving lives and fighting the bad people and all that. I have respect for people who are like, yeah, I went to the Middle East. I played a bunch of video games. I went on kick door raids and stuff like that once a week. Never really killed anybody. Didn't really see any death. But we did actually, kill some civilians. We did actually harass some locals and ruin their quality of life and stuff like that. And yeah, we do some horrible things. I have respect for people who admit that, because it's difficult to admit, for people to admit that what they've done is immoral, what they've done is bad. There's a lot of people in the military who come out and say, this war is bogus, or it's garbage, or it's fake, or it's for the wrong reasons. Afghanistan, opium fields, geopolitical posturing, proxy wars. Just do your research. Straight up. Like we went into Iraq, killed 1 million plus people, I think, and literally admitted, like, yeah, they had nothing to do with we should not have been there. Like, don't even get me going. That's a great topic for another live stream, live chat. And then I feel like I'll offend people when I don't even mean to. They might not even understand what I'm saying. Love and support veterans. I love and support individuals. I love and support people. Good people are good people. However, I think that a lot of veterans, for example, when you sign up to the military, you're a pawn. You're a chess pawn. And they don't treat the veterans and the people in the military with respect, because they'll tell you, and let me tell you, recruiters, no disrespect, Recruiters are like a very opportunistic, and I mean that in a negative way, people. They will be saying, "Oh yeah, sure. Oh, you want to be a mechanic? You want to go in and fix equipment and do this now? Okay, sure. Yeah, you will not be a grunt. You will not be a bullet catcher on the front lines. Yeah, sign here. We'll give you a bonus. Okay, great. And they're making good money, the recruiters, by the way. Okay, great. Oh yeah, by the way, you're shipping out. You're going to be on the front lines. Like you don't always get the jobs you want. You don't always get placed where you want. They own you. They own you. You don't have control about what you do. Marlon, it's 12:35 a.m. in Jamaica. My bedtime has been compromised. Marlon, I hope you have respect. MUG. Thanks for accommodating me here. It was a pleasure to be here. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out. You're an awesome person, very insightful, very intelligent, and very supportive. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you have an awesome retirement there in Jamaica, and I hope all goes well for you. You take care. Finish this chocolate mousse. Awesome people. Awesome people. All right, folks. Looks like it might be time to wrap it up. It's almost 2 hours, and I think my goal was 1 hour, but I had fun. I had fun hanging out with you folks, and we can get into some really interesting topics. And I don't mean to offend any of you ever. I absolutely welcome criticism. I welcome new ideas. I welcome new information, and I'm always willing to learn. So please throw things out there and just feel free to correct me if I say something you think is incorrect. My urban garden, agreed. Both my spouse and I are third generation Army. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for your service. And I actually mean that too. I might not mean that if I say it to other people, but then again, I probably wouldn't say it maybe if I don't mean it. But thank you for your service. I just feel like I could assume that you did it for good intentions, for noble reasons. I did lean so much, learn so much, and I'm grateful for the relationships, but you had a good point. Mike's chaotic gardening was fun. Thanks, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, my heart. I'm a kind of a squishy person. My heart is warm. I have nothing but love. I mean, like you folks, you literally directly are helping my family because I want to get monetized. I would like a little more money. I would like to. If and my family is blessed, then we can bless other people. My whole goal in life is to become wealthy so that I can bless other people and give to other people. And I actually mean that. Really, I just want to help other people. Nothing makes me happy than being able to give to people. So any and all support you folks could help our channel to get us monetized. I don't care if I make $10 a month. That will help our family. $50 a month will help our family. Whatever. I'm just humble, and my wife and I have already discussed this. And we never got monetized, and nothing ever happened with this channel. Just sharing one piece of information. Could be gardening advice. Could be livestock stuff. It could be one of my rants. One of my motivational things. If we share one piece of information, and it helps one person, it's all worth it. It's actually, literally all worth it because then I did something good. That's what it's about. So, you folks are amazing. I got a lot of respect for you folks. My Urban Garden, Mike's Chaotic Gardening, just great channels. Just really, really great channels. I feel like as people, if you folks are ever in Missouri, let's link up, have a barbecue, and have a good time. I feel like you people literally type of people that I would love to even chill with in the real world because you could assume things about people. My urban garden, true. Teaching others to grow food is a blessing. It builds confidence and community. Well, yes. I mean, gardening is one of my lifelong passions. I absolutely love it. I feel like I was always maybe interested, might have liked it, might have dabbled or whatever, thought it was cool. But I'll share a really funny, interesting story how I first got into gardening one day. Let's just say it was actually back in New York, and I was a different person then. I actually wasn't. I'm not going to say whatever, but I was a different person then, and did some things not really proud of, but it ended up getting a garden going, and fell in love with gardening, and then from there, you know, just got back into it at some point and stuck with it. But gardening is actually one of the best things a person can do. I think there are just countless benefits to gardening and growing your own food. It's absolutely amazing. Well, I had fun hanging out with you folks, and down to one person left, so I'm just going to say good night. Whoever's left, good night, good night, good night. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I appreciate all the support. You folks take care. Be well.